One, two, three, go.
Boyz Aloud, take 7.
We are back again with another episode. Boyz Aloud, you know the vibes, fire, always spitting facts.
Yeah, haven't missed.
Always opinions. We haven't missed anything. But yeah, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. Make sure you do the right things. Follow us on IG, TikTok. Let's get it.
It's winter. Get yourself a hoodie, you know what I'm saying? So fresh, so clean, black. Policia's wearing a cap.
Wearing a cap.
But there
But
is
also Boyz Aloud as well.
there is hoodies and sweaters, so don't be afraid to get yourself that in the shop and on his Instagram.
You still know the number?
We'll put
Yo,
my
bro,
number over there.
remember, I used to remember the number off my head. Then like Matric.
Hi everyone, my name's Lesotho. I'm just, a fringe varsity student, just here to talk about life and school in general.
Yeah.
Hey guys, show us Lesotho love in the comment section, you know what I'm saying? If you want him again, you know where to go. You'll definitely pull up after the lectures and all of that.
Yeah, maybe.
But like, for background on this episode, Willie and I, we're in Matric. So this conversation is happening a lot because we have to go, not have to, but just so we have a safety net, planning on going to varsity and all of that. So getting information from these gents. If you guys want to advise us as well, go into the comment section, advise us, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, for those who are also about to go to this next stage of life, we're about to learn right now. So appreciate you for tuning in. So gents, how is it there in varsity in terms of that lifestyle? Is the struggle real? Is it what they say? Is it all like a movie, a lifestyle?
We're cruising, dog.
You're using...
On my side, we're cruising. I go to college, so yeah.
Hey man, that nonsense you see in movies is a lie.
Yeah.
Honestly, you know the whole like movie Hollywood like depiction of university or like college, the American experience, it's just parties. There's no work involved. Like, I mean, yeah, uni, it's a place to find yourself, have fun, but at the same time, you can't neglect the actual purpose of why you're there. So, to answer the question more or less, uni lifestyle, it's a mix of all everything you're experiencing right now in Matric.
Yeah.
Times that by like 2.
Damn.
I know it's crazy, like the schoolwork and stuff, but generally speaking, times that by 2 a bit. And then, of course, dealing with the fact that it's you by yourself, and you have to handle everything alone. The best way for me to describe the uni lifestyle is...
No, you need shot in your boy.
Yeah. Like, the best way for me to describe uni is, honestly, bro, it is what it is. You wake up, keep pushing, you go the next day. It's simple as that.
So as you, like, recount on yourself that Matric was hard, you'll go back any day?
I'd go back to Matric any day. I'm not going to lie to you.
For real?
Okay, aside from the fact that I did extra maths and extra physics every weekend. Yeah, I'd go back to Matric any day, honestly.
Because right now I'm in Matric and I'm like, nah, bro, I can't anymore. So you're saying it gets worse?
Okay.
It depends what you do, though.
Yeah, it depends what you do, but let me revert back. I wouldn't say it gets worse. I feel like it feels worse because, in high school, you still had the whole... okay, I go to a specific institution every day, or you do the same thing in university, but you see the same exact people every day. Like in varsity, you'll see your friend once a week, bruh. Like it's actually a reality. You guys study 2 different things. So you'll see your boy from primary school on Monday. Then next time you see him it's like when you guys are having a Joe or something on a Saturday. Other than that, the entire week you guys are in entirely different situations.
Yeah.
But I'd say it's more hard because it's an environment where you're more yourself because it's just you now. It's literally adulting, although you're still in a bubble. You're adulting in a small diminutive sense, like you're adulting. Yeah.
So I know this already too deep. If you could go back or give yourself advice now from you, Matric, saying, yo, bro, this is going to happen A, B, and C. Because for me, I don't know what to expect, if I'm being honest. I'm expecting a new experience, a new shift, because I've been doing online since grade 10. Now I'm going to have to go back to the environment of interacting with people, still being independent, but being dependent to a certain extent of I need to depend on transport and all of these measures, when now I'm used to the luxury of just waking up and my laptop is there, the work and all of that.
true.
So advice you would give another matric learner or yourself, for you to say as well, anything.
Me personally, I would just say high school is nothing, bro. High school is nothing. You see, have fun while you can.
Yeah.
Because, it's different at the end of the day. Because for me, it was a matter of like after high school, we were not even sure we're going to school or not. You understand? So it's a matter of you need to navigate yourself along the way. So at least luckily for me, I like chose college because college it doesn't have that pressure as university has. You understand? You don't go there every day. And college also allows you to like have a job on the side as well.
Yeah.
Push your hustle. So at the end of the day, it depends on you. What is it that you wanna do? So you need to understand right now in matric, where do you wanna go? Do you wanna go to university? Do you wanna go to college? And you need to understand which one will suit your lifestyle based on the aspirations you want to aspire. You know what I'm saying? So but high school is nothing, bro.
Yeah. Because for me, it's a thing of everything has its disadvantages. You could say, nah, I don't want to go to varsity or uni. Let me like work immediately after that. Nah? But the problem, in my opinion, of working for that long period of time is that now it's difficult because you really have these responsibilities. You're most like an adult. So now going back to education, that's another con. So for me, it's like, bro, it's like there's disadvantages for everything. So let me just pick my struggle. Like, what am I gonna struggle with? Let me pick my struggle, and that struggle I'm gonna whatever difficulty it is, I'm gonna overcome it.
Yeah.
And I don't think a lot of people have that mindset. It's like, oh, what's the easiest route?
Me personally, I think you need to know yourself.
Yeah.
Like now in matric, like most people say, your applications are open.
Yeah.
You need to know what you wanna do.
But that's not exactly the easiest thing to do, bro. I mean, like, I'm turning 20 in a month, bro, and I still don't know who the guy I am, to be honest.
Yeah.
So it's like the honest truth, bro. Even like as kids, and our parents, we tend to put this pressure on ourselves to try and figure out, like, I mean, bro, they tell you to pick subjects in grade 9. You're a 14, 15-year-old kid, like, what do you mean? I have to suddenly decide the rest of my life now, when all I really want to go do is play football and play, like, Call of Duty with the
Music
boys,
as well.
and jam music with the boys after a football match, things. So I feel like I always tell people the connotations of uni that they have is wrong. They think it's more of a place of you have to know what you'll be doing there. I mean, of course, don't be wasting your parents' money or your bursary or your scholarship, whatever it is you have that funds you going there. But so it's a little stopgap between like the entire the protected bubble you were in back in high school.
Yeah.
And in varsity, you're still in a bubble in a sense. You still go to a certain institution every day. You still feel sort of protected. You don't have so many responsibilities yet. I mean, you don't even have that many responsibilities once you finish uni, because I mean, technically it's just you're just trying to look for a job now. That's all it is.
Yeah.
But I find it as a little stopgap where you can actually sit down, take a breath, and really reassess. I mean,
yourself and all of that.
Like, the saying, right? It was never that deep, but
Yeah.
it is kind of that deep sometimes. You have to sit down, kind of reassess. Because there are times where you'll be sitting down, bro, and you'll be thinking like, bro, am I really doing the right thing for myself?
Yeah.
That occurs so many times. You get to a point where like you're like, oh, I don't know anymore. Like you don't know yourself. You're like, in high school you had that thing where like I'll be an accountant, I'll be a physician, I'll be like a doctor, you understand? Until come varsity or college, where reality hits, first of all, you need to make entry into it. What happens when you are rejected? Now you need to look at other alternatives. And now that whole goalpost has been shifted to something else.
Yeah.
You understand? So most people think that like when you go to varsity or college, you need to know what you are doing. But I think it's at that moment where you're figuring out what you should be doing, in my opinion. College versus university. Where do you guys see yourself going next year? You wanna go to college, university, or no school at all? Have your own hustle.
Actually, I have more to add to that question. Where do you gents almost see yourself in at least the next 6 months?
Damn.
So what do you think your thought process will be after you write that final paper in Matric?
First of all, I hope my APO score is good. And then second of all, is like, bro, because even now, I'm going to be honest, it's a thing of, I have an idea where I want to go, but at the back of my head is like, bro, are you even skilled enough to do this? Because the thing is, there's competition in almost every industry, everything you want to do, right? But I'm the type of person that I don't want to find myself in a situation in the future where I'm tired, I'm depressed, the bills and all of that. I want to be in a spot where I know that I'll be happy, but the spot that I want to be happy in, there's limitations to that as well. You know what I'm trying to say? And now at my age of thinking, it's like, bro, is it even possible? Because I'm gonna tell you now, where I'm standing, I have aunts and uncles that are helping me in terms of the industry I'd like to go to. I'm talking to them, but when I'm getting this advice, I'm like, bro, do I have that in me? You feel me? So it's always
I mean,
uncertainty.
Me, I just wanna correct you. You can't run away from stress.
Yeah.
Don't have that thing you don't wanna have stress.
Yeah.
You wanna be happy all the time.
It's a fact of life, bro.
Yeah, like life will hit you. You just need to choose what position do you wanna be when life hits you.
Yeah.
Like my father always used to tell me something. It still sticks to me sometimes as well. Like my dad always tells me, there's a perfect balance between what it is that stresses you out and what it is that makes you happy. The most sensible man will always pick what is the most medium, the most perfect balance between the two.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, bro, we live in a cruel world, dog. Money makes the world go round, So when you start thinking about uni and what it is you plan to start pushing yourself into whilst you're there, it's more of a thing of like you also have to start thinking. I mean, I live my life day by day. I could really care less about what happens 5 years from now, but I still have to be conscious of the fact of like where am I going to be 5 years from now? So I always tell people, like, I always say you have to strike the perfect balance. I even said this to him once upon a time. Like, for me, even in Matric, I didn't care about getting the distinction. I cared about the balance.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be that guy that got 3 distinctions, but everything else was 50. I wanted to be the guy that got these straight 70s and like 1 or 2 60s,
Yeah.
And I feel like that should still be your approach to how it is you want to approach whatever field or faculty or whatever program or diploma you want to study in general life as well. You always want to be that guy that shows up consistently, and that's, for me, that's the key to life. That's the key to figuring out what it is you want to be.
If I were to ask you, and Welile, what are your expectations when you go to tertiary, whether college or varsity?
Has to be like some of the best years of my life in terms of every experience. Whatever feelings I experience, I need to experience it to the max, bro. Because in this period, I want to be the different Omolema. I'm at the end of it, I want to be like, bro, I've grown and I've had a blast. I mustn't regret, bro. Because with me, high school, I kind of regret it to the extent of, online right now, I'm used to it. But bro, that experience is dead, like respectfully. Yeah. So now with this university time, I want to do whatever I'm going to do, but I want to experience it to the max, bro. I want to enjoy it. Whatever stress it is, I want to stress to the max. You feel me? Like to the max.
So what enjoyment are you thinking of? Like party?
Not necessarily party, because I'm not a party type of guy. But like I've experienced it now in high school. Maybe in varsity they're way better.
Yeah.
There's experiences way better. Maybe I'll try. Definitely, I'm down to try. But I want to experience the social aspect of it, bro. Like maybe the Hollywood part without the party.
There's no... It's like, some of these states,
Yeah,
bro. Some of these states.
So Hatfield is not Florida, bro.
It's like, it's difficult. So what you see on TV, all this, cronish. Having a group of people in a room, it's nice. You guys can date one another. It's not like that, bro. You think you're gonna be going in a group? No, bro. You're on your own there.
For real?
Yeah. You're on your own.
Even in your own res, your dorm, you're alone.
You're on your own. Let's say if you're in a res, you'll have a roommate. That roommate is doing his thing. Might not even be in the same institute as you.
Damn.
You understand? So you're on your own. So you need to, this whole states thing, forget about it.
Yeah.
You need to know what is it that you want to do.
But do you feel like a part of it, just like a little bit of it is true?
None of it. Listen.
Maybe a little bit.
It depends. Me, what I was saying is, obviously there will be partying, there will be failing tests.
Yeah.
You understand? There will be lecturers with like a lot of people and all. But me, I know I go to a college, so we don't have a lot of people in a class, and I only attend like 3 times a week. But like parties and all, they will be there, but don't expect it to be a thing where like it is just students. You have students now going to clubs where like now you see a girl who was in your grade last year is going out with the whole father. A whole father now.
Yeah.
You understand? That whole girlfriend in high school, there.
Utando's no longer innocent.
So that's the thing of like the transition to varsity life, you exposed to more or less like the adults.
You're in the sea there.
Yeah, like you're swimming with the sharks now.
Yeah, you're swimming with the sharks.
You're in the sea,
ocean. You're in the sea, ocean. You don't care about. There's no. What do you guys call it? intercom. There's no bell. There's no assembly. No one tells you go to class. No one says you are late. Bro, it's literally you do you, dog.
Okay, now I would like in terms of what I expect. I don't know what to expect of it because I don't even know if I really want to go.
Yeah.
But
true.
no, actually no. I know, but I don't know.
Where?
Yeah.
Or what
more
I'm even
so-
gonna be doing.
Yeah, because I do know also different institutions come with like a different feel. Some, some places you feel like you're just meant to be there. Some you're like, nah, I'm not meant to be here. Like,
Yeah.
besides it even being a good school, you're just not meant to be there. Just who you are. So for me, there's those factors also play in my head because it's like I don't know exactly.
Yeah.
But I do know the kind of feeling that I'm looking for in terms of an institution because I know the kind of person and the character I am. So yeah, for me personally, in terms of expectation, it's just like a place that makes me feel like I belong there. It's probably a place I feel like I'll do well in.
Yeah.
I think that's just how
You'd be
it is.
surprised,
But
you tend to think that, but you actually be surprised within, like, even though you feel like when you got to that institution, right, it wasn't where you belonged. I feel like the university experience is different for every individual person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and I always tell people what you expect from uni, like when you say that it's not the States, but like
Yeah.
the movies didn't lie,
Yeah.
the movies didn't always lie, bro. Like there's some fun stuff that happens in uni, especially if you're like a res student. Like I always tell people, I feel like to get the most out of a university experience, stay at res. I don't stay at res
Yeah.
because hey, that's a different story. But then I feel like if you really want to get the most out of your expectations, I'd
Must
say
go to res.
go there.
Yeah.
Not even res. It doesn't have to be like the actual school's res. I mean, there's a lot of like
There's a lot
private
of
institutions
like
in
res,
around
yeah.
the residents and stuff. There's communes. Actually, communes are the best way to experience uni because I feel like you get thrown into a house with a bunch of strangers. I mean, make sure they're not serial killers, but
Yeah.
you get thrown into a house with a bunch of strangers, and you'll find that even though you're at an institution where you didn't feel like you belonged, you end up finding the experience of being in and around the area or being in and around all the
feel
fun,
like
the
you belong.
events, you actually start really getting the most out of the expectation that you almost had. And I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like the movies didn't lie. You do get the little cute little walk from campus down to the library. You do get that little cute little
Not fashion, not drip.
yeah. You do get the little
That will end after a week. You're not good flops.
Yeah.
But like
You're not good paka.
so, yeah.
That thing
Yes,
doesn't
yes.
matter
Yeah, you
anymore.
will get that moment where you find yourself sitting at a desk with 3 liters of coffee next to you, like, yo, chief, I shouldn't have gone to that party yesterday. You do get that experience. So it's not like your expectations are false, but like measure them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, you guys are you guys are referring to the Hollywood painting. What's the Mzansi painting? Is it
Mzansi-
safe? Like, what's the
The
Mzansi
Mzansi
painting?
painting, dog. Well, it's different in areas. Like, we have this thing with, yo, Hatfield. Hey, Hatfield goes down. You got this, like, there's a certain vibe in Hatfield. Then there's a certain vibe in Bram. There's a certain vibe in Auckland Park. So it depends where you go. They all have its own stories. They'll be like, nah, Hatfield Hans, it's all about business deals there. If you wanna date them, you must have money.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then
Mustn't
they will
see
say
this.
Auckland Park, it's all about having those cars. You get what I'm saying? And then Bram is like, hey, the Nigerians and the Ghanaians, they're taking your maid, that type of a thing.
Damn.
So you need to, like, it's all the same at the end of the day, but it just, I don't know, it depends what you're looking for.
Yeah, I always say, like, right, for me, varsity is varsity, bro. Much like how every hood in the world is the same, bro. If varsity student's gonna be a varsity student, a college student's gonna be a college student. You make your own as you go. That's how it is everywhere. So whether it's the Hollywood or typing experience, you're a varsity student, bro. You make your own. Dog.
Yeah.
It's how it works.
Yeah.
And
simple.
also, like, don't void the fact that there's also other experiences in varsity. Like, it's not just school and the parties. There's also a lot of things that
Political things.
not even political. Like, there's a lot of alternative things that can amplify your expectation and your experience in university. Like political, for example, joining student unions, for example. Those go down every year. Online, I'm pretty sure you guys have always seen it around the news and stuff. Strikes and strikes and strikes. Like, no, I want to graduate. Why are you not letting me graduate?
Yeah.
It's a valid how can I say it, experience for a lot of students. So even though there's the bright, I also want to point out the fact that, like,
there's a negative.
Like, there is a negative. Because I remember in my first year, for example, there was a massive strike that happened on campus. I think it was like second semester. It was around like October. They
Yeah.
literally stopped all lectures. Like they literally came into lecture halls, stopped everything. 'Cause
Damn.
they were threatening. So what the University of South Africa started doing is that they increased registration fees by 50% year on year. So like in my first year I only paid 5,000. In my second year I paid 7,500. So half of 5,000 is
Yeah.
2,500. Then in my third year I
Half
paid
of the second year, it increases on like that.
yeah, so increases. So
Yes,
like no,
so-
not but like no, it was half of the original.
Oh, original.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then in my third year, I paid this year I paid for like 10 grand for Edge.
Just
So
sure.
yeah, you see, so you can already
That's-
see
that's-
like the varsity experience is also a bit dark. You know, I mean, I grew up in a fortunate situation. My parents could afford such. You know, thanks mom and dad. You know,
Shout
but
out.
then I can't also deny the non-shade experience I have
Yeah.
with a few friends of mine, you know, like genuinely, like some kids were sitting at home in January, like scratching their heads, like, hey, yo,
What's
dude,
happening next? That's the
Like,
scary
my-
part,
yeah.
bro. Like,
And,
'cause-
and the thing about like the different like different varsity experiences, sometimes it's almost, I want to say, okay, okay, the word indigenous wouldn't make sense, but like, you know, there are those varsities that have like a certain like connotation around them that like this place is like this for these kind of people. Like,
like
I
America.
don't know if I wanna say.
What do
I don't know if I
America's-
say, like, you know, they say Stellenbosch, like if you don't speak
Yeah,
Afrikaans,
see what
you're
I'm
just
saying.
gonna struggle. Do you
Yeah.
take things like that into consideration, that like you don't wanna be going to a, okay, like respectfully though, like it's not offense, like
Nah,
you don't wanna
bruh. Say the
you don't
chest,
wanna
boy.
go to a place that's surrounded by like white people
Nah, like it's I
where
feel like
where they speak Afrikaans, like
yeah, I feel like South Africa has a lot of similarities to the rest of the world. Like in America, they actually have PWIs and HBCUs. In South Africa, it's exactly the same situations. We have HBCUs and PWIs. So like places like Stellenbosch, Tuks, NWU, historically white institutions, predominantly white institutions to this day. Then you go to places like University of Limpopo, University of Walter Sisulu University,
You is black.
NMU, Sefako Makgato, where like majority, like historically as well, you know, like those
Black.
yeah, it was like people of color. I wouldn't say black per se, but it
People
will
of
say
color.
black for those contexts. But when I say black, I count everyone,
Yeah.
Indians, coloreds, the works.
oh.
So you know, I mean, that can add to the varsity experience. Like there is aspects of it that you want to feel comfortable with. Like for example, I know I have a friend of mine who goes to Stellenbosch and she loves it there. But then there are times where she always like pop a message on my phone and be like, yo, Lesotho, dude, what I had to go through today, dude.
Damn.
And like I can promise you, I want to say this, but like I have to say it, you know, there is situations where if she had been someone of fairer skin, you know, it wouldn't have happened to
Yeah,
her.
true.
You get
Wasn't
me?
there
Yeah,
once
that
a
makes
story
sense.
about like some, I think it was Stellenbosch like 5 years ago or 4,
Yeah.
where some white kid peed on a black,
That was 2 years
That
ago.
was 2
bro.
years. That was like
yeah,
2 years
whatever,
ago.
yeah, but it was
bro.
like a few years, and
Damn,
they peed
what
on
the
the person's bed, I
Yeah,
think,
yeah.
or in
His
his
laptop,
room,
his books and stuff.
and his things got destroyed. It was like a whole big thing
Yeah,
around it.
Yeah, and he
Oh,
said,
yeah.
"This is what we do to, you know, yeah,
Exactly.
bro. That's
That's
yeah,
crazy.
that's what I'm saying. So if you are gonna start taking that stuff into consideration, I mean, like for example, that was also one of the reasons why I didn't apply to any university in the Western Cape. I just don't think I can deal with that. If I had to go to the Western Cape, it probably would have been CPUT or UWC because again, they were like South Africa's HBCSUs, but like HBCU, sorry, my English. In the Western Cape, for example, you know, that would have been the institutions I probably would have most felt comfortable in. You know,
But at the end of the day, it's not about comfort, bro.
You
yeah,
don't
I mean,
think-
you go where you're
Like
taken,
you can't,
bro.
you like if they take you, if Stellenbosch wants you, they want you.
Yeah.
And if that's the only place that's gonna like,
But then I always say now, like for example, I often say I'm an agent of chaos, dog. Like I kind of wished now that I did apply to places like that. Firstly, I mean, I love my parents, kind of want my independence now.
Yeah.
Low-key. I'm tired of living at home a bit,
Yeah.
but you know.
So you wish you go to res.
Yeah, now I wish I would have went to somewhere like far, you know, like for example, one of the universities I applied to was UFS. Although like Tux called my name, like I love Tux, you know. I wish I kind of went to UFS now because I
Yeah.
would have been a bit far from home
Home.
and experienced things. I feel like sometimes dealing with those, I'll call them racial issues, but I'll just say tensions about being in an institution that you don't feel comfortable in. Like I said, I'm an agent of chaos. I like being the guy that causes like that affects the change, you know. Like I like having people have the conversation. Like if it makes you angry, I love it.
Damn.
You know, yeah, if it makes you angry, I love it because that means you're thinking about it, bro. You know?
Menace.
And that's why I'm also saying, like, when you go to varsity, don't also go there with the expectation of only wanting to get your degree and leave and just going to go there and have fun and leave. Also go there with the expectation of wanting to change the world you're in, you know, like
Yeah. The
this is finally
environment.
your chance, because there's only so much you guys do in high school that you can actually really
Dude.
put your foot down. I mean, I'm a
And with me, it's
regular guy.
worse.
Yeah, I mean, you're at
Yeah.
home.
Oh, I'm
you
at
know,
home.
It's
Yeah.
different. You know, like even for me, I'm a regular guy. I'm not a part of any student unions and stuff, but like I love engaging with these guys because I want them to also have the perspective of the average guy. Like, hey, dude, like you do this, but do you understand how much detrimental this is? You know, like, and it makes them angry. Like, believe me, dude. Yo, me and those Afro-From kids, boy,
Fight.
yo, we'll be having arguments. Yo, they'll be pissed. Like, you know, when you see white people turn red. Yeah, it gets real, but it's good.
And you
because
love
it
every
engages-
second.
Yeah, and well, I mean, you'll get frustrated yourself, but
Yeah.
you enjoy it because it sparks a conversation. And that's what I'm saying. You have to indulge that part of the university experience, that you're not just there to be the student, you're there to develop into a valuable member of society. So be a student, have fun, but at the same time, you know, also remember.
Understand, yeah.
And things like that, they help you find your character, and you end up realizing that, damn, I never knew these things about myself. Let me just go into this sector of my lifestyle. So I actually think that
Is race something that you guys want to go into?
me,
Yeah.
if I live alone, yeah, and that's, I'm sure like that ruins the purpose. I don't know. For me, it's a thing of I like my personal space, but I don't know. For me, that's a scary thought, to be honest with you. Like living in risk, because all of the things I've heard, the parties, the noise, all of these things. No one has structure. Things are going crazy, bizarre. I remember seeing a video on social media where everyone was outside of their room. People were just screaming and all of that. We gotta pause.
To be honest, bro,
I think that was like
it's like high school, bro. People lie. They over dramatize things.
Yeah,
It's
not
res
like
is
that.
res, dog. You just it's like going to boarding school, but now you just deal with your own stuff. You deal with
It's
your
like
own
more
cooking.
the only thing is
Yeah.
that like you need to buy groceries,
Yeah.
cook
Yeah.
for
Well,
yourself.
I mean, again, you're a student, bro. You're broke. I'm being serious. You're a student. You're broke. You're still kind of relying on your mom and dad for it.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. If, like I said, for me, the best experience for uni is going to res. I don't go to res, but I feel like I wish I did, because
Yeah.
you know, I feel like I would have had a better varsity experience. So I'd say to enhance.
You're gonna go to res.
No, I'd
Oh,
say
wait.
I'd say to advance your lifestyle, bro. I rate it's something you should do. It doesn't even have to be somewhere far from home. Like, you guys are from Joburg, so come to PTA, go to NWU. I mean, Boch is actually a very nice student.
Like you
town
don't
now.
miss mom's cooking. Like that's the thing for me.
Cooking.
But like
guys,
you
guys,
could
home
always
meals.
like leave.
guys,
man.
like
Yeah.
you guys, you guys have dreams, ne? Like, you know, like, dog, that's the least of your worries, bro. You chow noodles every night, bro.
That's
And those noodles will slap.
Yeah,
also.
I know slab.
disgusting.
So
That's disgusting.
You leave, bro. You even dash them up properly, boy. One day you go to Pick and Pay, dog. Get yourself a nice little pack of chicken, red meat, boy.
Yeah.
Fry that thing, dog. You know, chop it up nice. cut
Put
it
in
put it in
noodles.
noodles.
Oh, like
Hey, get
me
yourself
raised, I
little
don't think,
vegetables.
dog. Like me raised, I don't know. I don't think the two. I just can't see myself at race, dog. I just can't.
hey, boy,
Me, I almost looked at it as a situation of like you guys are just like packed in like a section.
Yeah.
Personally, nah, I can't. But
I'm gonna
I think
talk off
only-
screen
I think
now.
what-
I'm gonna talk off screen.
Yeah.
But I will say that going to a situation like a res or just going away from home also teaches you a great deal of like independence as well. You genuinely need that shit when you need that stuff.
Yeah.
You need that when like you're kind of going out into the world, and I think that's a great place to start, just to, you know, you're around your peers, so you're not independent alone. You're independent with other people that are
Peers,
also
yeah.
alone.
Yeah.
Well. So you guys build community.
It's adding on to what I said earlier. Like, it enhances your experience and your development as a character. You know, it's just like you learn things about yourself living alone that you didn't know. Like,
Yeah,
hey, bruh,
yeah.
I can actually cook, bruh. Like, damn, I can shift things up. I
Yeah,
suck at cleaning though. You know.
Yeah.
You get me. So.
But that can be like a nice combination. Like you cook and then your partner cleans like in the dorm.
Chief university, there's no time
What
for
do you mean?
relationships. Oh, relax.
What
No,
do
no,
you
no,
mean?
not like your girlfriend.
No, like
Yeah,
roommates.
roommates.
Like, you know,
Like
it's the
your
thing, because I
roommate.
mean, last time I was visiting my friend at Rez.
Yeah.
Like, him and his roommates, bro, they don't, dog, he cooks for himself.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would lie, bro. It
He
happens.
washes his own dishes, he cooks for himself.
Now with
Like-
me, I don't think that could happen.
Now you learn a lot about other people as well,
Dog.
bro. Like, you'll find that you're a very sharing, caring person. You'll find your
And
roommate
they don't care about you.
is a
He doesn't
like,
care.
Lack for a better word, an asshole, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I'm being serious.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm
I
saying.
think that's the
Because,
only
like-
thing I can't put up with.
Yes,
Hence-
yeah,
hence
if-
I can't like see myself in like risk per se, because like I know other people who are also studying, but like they like have an apartment because they still want to be away from home.
Yeah.
But they don't want to be raised at the same time. So like they'll get another spot for themselves, not far from school, but not like a raise, you know, and then from there they go. Obviously that's more costly. But then also with another thing for me about raise, I know that like it just adds on to how much you pay and it's just expensive. I know like can't like uni fees even and annually go to about like 300k in some institutions, right?
Yeah.
Especially like the public ones, even the private ones, it could be worse. But
It's
like
actually worse than
it's
private ones.
exactly, you see, and some people, bro, even those kids who are a bit underprivileged or who haven't had a good money situations and
Yeah.
stuff. They don't want to put their parents through that burden for another 4, even sometimes maybe 7
Bro,
years.
even
you
me,
just
dog.
can't, bro.
Yeah.
Sometimes you even feel sad for your parents who've been paying for your school fees since grade 1. They've been paying
Dog.
these 30,000s. Now they must pay 300,000.
Dog.
Like, nah, me personally, you know. So there's a lot of factors where it's just like, yo, uni. Like, do I really want to go? You feel me? And I know it's a lot it's the same for other people too. So yeah, dog, I don't know. Like,
Because you also learn
it's-
how
it-
to live with people as well.
Yeah, the living with
yeah,
people, the
true,
thing.
you learn.
That's what I was saying. For me, it might be a problem because if you and I, we share the same dorm, bro, like there might have to be a system. Then I like, yeah, for us to just get along, even though we have different personalities, at least we function properly. Like I respect the part that I do my dishes, you do your dishes. When I leave the toilet, but make sure that the thing is down, like, you know, respect each other's boundaries and all of
Yeah,
that.
true.
But if it's a thing of that I don't rate you and I'm sharing the same environment as you, that's gonna be tiring, bro. Like sharing an environment with someone like you don't like is like,
That's where you
Such is life, bro.
it's life, bro.
Such is life.
You'll
Yeah.
find
Uni
people like
teaches you
that,
life
bro.
in a bubble. It teaches you life in a bubble. Honestly, it does.
yeah.
You'll find people like that who just don't care. You know, they there's even a thing where like especially when you come back, right? Let's say there's like roommates for argument's sake, and then your school is on recess,
Yeah.
right? And then you come back home, and then he's still at school. Hey man, he's bringing people over, sleeping on your bed.
During the recess period.
So now you must be strong enough to set boundaries with that person and be like, hey man,
They'll be using your
this
plates.
is they'll be using your plates, they'll be using your bed. You don't know because you left them there.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord knows what they're using your bed for. But but it's a matter of like you need to set boundaries in a set. So it teaches you how to live with people.
Yeah.
Because another thing is you can say all these things you want, saying I don't want this, I don't want that.
But you have to
Bro, it doesn't
compromise.
mean anything.
Yeah.
You will be put in that situation and you need to make a way around it. You understand? High school was a matter of it's nice to choose where you wanna be after that.
Yeah.
You don't choose; it will choose for you.
I'd like to throw in a curveball, gents, because it's very pertinent because Welile has touched on it, and I know there's an abundance of audience members who will be in this position. What if you don't want to go?
True.
Yeah, facts. I mean, I had that same thought process like in my final year of matric. I mean, actually in grade 11, pre-COVID.
Yeah.
You know, of course, the reason I'm not going there just in J. I mean, COVID kind of opened up my eyes how quickly and bad things can go if you don't really have like a safety net. You know, that's why for me, I thought of and I really processed things. Like it's like he said earlier. You know, it's about honestly finding what suits you best. You know. But I have to be honest about the realities of the world we live in. Very few people are very successful without a tertiary education, some form of it, whether it be you going to an institution that specifically specializes in the arts, whether it's you going to a college getting a bachelor's degree from a private institution or some sort of diploma or higher certificate, whether it's you going to a technicon and getting an actual, you know, skilled labor job, you know, like things like carpentry, even coding nowadays is in technicons, you know, people don't actually know this. Or going to a mainstream university and studying a full-on bachelor's degree. Very few people are actually very successful without having done that. And I just have to let you know, like, if you choose not to go to uni, it's gonna be a graft, bro. Like that stuff is not easy to do, bro. Like it's gonna be a continuous working effort. I mean, some people are privileged enough to, you know, just go work with their dad, you know, like
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
true.
know, go
They
work
don't
with
have
their
to go.
moms. Their parents are sole traders or small business owners. So for them, they already have a foot in the industry. Why get the degree for it?
Yeah.
But then once you finally want to go out on your own, the rest of the world's kind of not going to give you an opportunity unless you actually already had something to prove that you know, you're worth investing in. That's why I always tell people, like, people connotate varsity to being something bad. Like I explained earlier, connotate it to being something bad. Sometimes I see this I always say life is about perception.
Yeah.
Even if you don't finish that degree, see it as an opportunity to have some character development.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
So you're not forced to go.
But I
Yeah.
just want
But
to
it's highly advised that you
To
do.
go.
For me, in my
Yeah.
personal opinion,
Because like me,
it's
my thought in high schools, bro, I was so dreams. I remember in grade 7, my teacher was telling me, if you do maths core, definitely getting a job. And now I'm in matric, I'm like, bro, I was lied to, bro.
doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't
Yeah, it
mean
doesn't mean
anything.
Because there is a lot of like touching on the whole uni thing and like not going or whatever, or like even dropping out. There's a lot of like success stories of people who literally went to Harvard and dropped out.
Yeah.
understand,
And that just
yeah.
sounds like
But then you're forgetting the fact that they got into
it's
Harvard.
exactly,
But that's the thing.
exactly. That's what I was
that's
literally
the
gonna say.
thing.
You literally forget that they got into Harvard.
Harvard,
but-
bro, that's
but-
not an easy place to get into.
Yeah.
So it's like it's I guess it's important about understanding it also. And some people are in situations where they can drop out of Harvard if they want to, bro. You're not. So you can't make someone's success story yours just because you think you can do it too.
Yeah.
I think it's all circumstantial.
Me also, just to chip
But
in
it's-
there,
yeah.
I think it depends on an individual. You understand? Because success is very, like, you don't know. So you won't say that varsity will make you successful, neither not going to varsity will make you successful.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of, there are people out there who didn't touch varsity, right? And you'd find that their parents never had any business or whatever, but like they started their own thing. And then that 3 years while you're still studying, they were pushing their stuff so that come 3 years, their business flourish. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, varsity is like, people put it as a thing of you're gonna be secure.
And it's cap.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
you're not.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not gonna, before success, because success is very debatable. You understand? But don't think varsity can put you in a place of like where you're gonna be secure. Yes, it can, knowing if you know what you are doing. But like, you have graduates right now graduating, people are happy taking pictures, but work is hard, bro.
Yeah.
So now it's a matter of, you knew what you were doing, you studied hard, you passed very well with distinctions even, but now you're a graduate, no work. You understand? There are people with PhDs, masters who are receptionists.
Dog.
What then now?
Like
You
I
know what
remember
I'm
the
saying?
one time, the single time I was watching the news, JJ Tabani was like, there are doctors who are striking. Like, not doctors, right? The people qualified to be a doctor who are striking and they don't have jobs. And I'm listening like, bro, what? They don't have jobs? And I'm thinking like, I'm doing nothing.
There were like teachers who didn't have things,
Nah, that-
like even jobs.
So another
It's
thing,
different careers.
another
But like,
thing,
isn't that why they say sometimes before you choose what you want, it's like you must do research on like the demand and all that.
But the thing is,
that's the thing.
Things like that.
But
the
nah,
thing.
but like
But-
what I'm also trying to say is like, of course, that's a valid point. Like what you just said, you know, like don't go into something dumb and blind. Okay, like
Yeah.
make sure there's actual opportunities for it. Like I feel a lot of mistakes that high school students make is they're like, it's such a high paying job now. I'm just gonna go into it.
yeah.
Get rid of that mentality. Like I literally sat down to study what I'm studying. I literally sat down for hours looking at what is most valuable in this world and is likely to be valuable well into the future. And that's literally what I went for. Of course, again, like I said, there's a perfect balance between your happiness and your stress that you're willing to intake.
Yeah.
I found that perfect balance because it gave me roots into something that I had interest in, which is geography. Although I dropped geography now, you know, like I
I
said,
want to drop it now. I don't even enjoy matric geography.
GG
hate
in high
it with
school's
life.
fine, dog. Don't
I
drop
hate
it
it with my
now.
life, bro. I hate you.
But then yeah,
I
like,
hate you.
but still, like, even though I dropped it and I picked up a new elective, for example, I'm still really into this elective. I mean, it's a bit more boring. I found geography a lot more interesting, but
You still enjoy it.
yeah, exactly. I found a perfect balance between things. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like people that don't want to go to uni and they say it's a waste of time and they almost want to down people that do go
to uni.
as though something was a waste of time. Like, no, bro. Like, even though they started a business in those 3 years, you still added value to yourself in those 3 years as well. It may not be monetary like the other guys, but then understand you did something, you know. So that's what I'm saying. Don't feel bad about maybe perhaps you think you wasted your time going to school after school.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, there's a perfect balance to this world almost. You know, there's people that are willing to go and graft and they find that life is their education, and people want to seek education and seek further education through life anyway. So it's about what battle you're willing to choose and whether you're willing to thug it out,
Or
you
not,
know,
yeah.
and win, and thug it out and lose, you know. At either way, you added some value to yourself, you know.
Because like with me, bro, dreams were sold to me, bro. Growing up, I was told, hey, you do this subject, you do this, lines you up for this. And you know, really early on mentioned that the jobs that are trending. Like the sad thing is that when I did research probably in grade 10, the jobs that were trending then are not trending now. And the most of the sad thing is that we get most of our research from Google. Bro,
Hey,
these
Google,
things, bro, and that's the thing that
Google
business,
thing.
it changes,
Be busy
bro.
Googling. Because also it's a thing of like you could like right now, I could like go for what's high in demand right now.
Yeah.
Then that thing needs me 5 years to like study, and then in 5
And then in
years,
those 5 years, something
what's
else
high
isn't
demand
demand.
at that time.
Yeah, it's the value of
Weird.
information literacy. Remember, it's not about Googling what are the highest jobs in demand right now. Rather, Google the most sustainable jobs, you know.
Yeah.
Bear in mind, like, information literacy is an important thing. Like, I'm about to drop some knowledge on some kids right now. Okay?
That kids is
Information literacy
crazy.
is a very important thing. There's a difference between reading
Yeah.
and then reading for understanding. All right. There's a difference between research and actual research for understanding.
Yeah.
So I cannot just Google something and take whatever that it spits out to me as gospel. You
Yeah.
know, I need to actually sit down and really evaluate, okay, this is what it says in 2019. Let me see what markets are growing right now. Let me see what it is I can qualify for. Let me see what it is I can attack. Let's see who it is I know. Because unfortunately, we do live in a world where you can know everything, but if you don't know
You
the
know,
right
yeah,
people,
Yeah,
you
don't
need to know
say,
the right
"Hello,
people,
bro, it's
networking.
The
Yeah.
networking, yeah.
You know, let's see who it is I know. Like, for example, I took a big risk. I know no one in my field, for example, but I'm also happy about the fact that everyone wants someone in my field. That's the only thing I'm really glad about. The fact that, like, for example, I play hockey with a gent that's like, when you graduate, you know, give me a knock, hit me up, you know.
Yeah.
So, I lost my train of thought now. Oh, yeah, I was saying, what was I saying?
You're talking
Thinking
about
about how you did your research in terms of knowing.
Yeah,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
as
yeah.
information literacy, I was still
how important
so,
that is.
Yeah, how important it is. So when you do your research, and I'm speaking to the audience
And me,
out there,
eh?
and you guys too, you know, when you do your research, don't do your research and research it in a void. Research it with relation to life as it's progressing. Research it as life post-COVID, you know. For example, like half the administration jobs in the world disappeared after COVID-19 because people realized some things are unnecessary, you know. And again, you know, the importance of also knowing certain people, you know, like networking. Of course, you can do that in university as well. You know, you meet some guys, you meet that one guy, hey, John, hey, dog, I heard your dad owns an IT company, you're studying law, so your dad's useless to you, but he's useful to me, you know. Do that, you know,
You
that's
network
what I'm saying.
yourself.
There's also the importance of university and tertiary education is that, you know, the fact that you can also meet people that can guide you into your industry. You know, even sometimes your lecturer, you know, some lecturers are favorites, dog. I hate to say it, dog. Lecturers are favorites, dog. They know you as that kid in the black cap that always sits at the top of the lecture hall. Then they know Heather by name.
Damn.
You get me?
Yeah,
You know,
But
every
it
time.
is true. It is true that like that.
Even in
lecturers,
high school,
like, you don't have relationships with them, like
Them, yeah,
teachers. Man.
yeah, it isn't.
It's not the same.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
Well, you can, bro.
actually, bro. It really is possible. I mean, not the relationships you see in movies where teachers are sleeping with, like that's actually that's a
like-
rarity. But
That
then-
happens, though.
It happens, but it's a rarity. It's not
it's like,
not
yeah.
as often as people try and make it seem on
Yo.
TV. But like, it does happen. But sometimes it's not as easy to keep in high school. Because for example, you'll find in high school your math teacher is also your rugby coach. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Find
yeah, that's
your
what I was
fires
saying,
you
yeah.
see in varsity, it's like you see your lecturer like on Monday and you won't see her again till next Monday, you know. So it has to be an effort of like, if you want her to be your network into the industry, there has to be a thing of like every Monday after lecture you go to our office, you guys work together or something, you know, or every Tuesday you get together with her, you ask her like, you know, introduce me to some of your friends. I heard you always have this forum that you're going to. You know, so that's what I'm saying. The importance of research and information literacy can also guide you into understanding. Like, for example, my friend Alonzo, he's I shouldn't be naming him by name, but okay, you can
Shout
forgive
out,
me.
shout out to you.
Shout out
Alonso.
Yeah, shout out to my boy.
Alonso.
He studies medicine, yeah. He initially wanted to go to Sefako Makato, like that's what I'm saying, the importance of information literacy. He wanted to go to Sefako Makato because of this one lecturer specifically. He's like the only A-class researcher, I think, in the entire country when it comes to anything medical science related, and he's there. So you see the value of doing that because he's like the top general surgeon in the country, and Alonso wants to do general surgery. So that's what I'm saying, the value of doing things like that, because that can also lead you into networks within your university when you finally get there, if you actually do the proper research to get in.
And I actually have a question, because like, I won't lie, I never understood what uni we always knew that there's a thing called university, but you don't know what you do there.
Yeah, same.
Like I know it's not like class. There's no timetables like you guys.
There is
said, whatever,
timetables.
No, but there's no like a timetable like after this I'm going here, I'm going here, I'm going here. Like
There is.
that's what I
You
mean.
make it
That's
for
how
yourself.
is, yeah.
You make it for yourself. Okay, but
Yeah.
like they don't give you.
No, you have to make it for yourself. That's what it is. But
Okay,
you don't
but
know.
okay. You see, I don't know.
Yeah.
But like I'm saying, like people don't understand uni in that way of like, what do you do? Is it like, are you just researching things, or is it like I don't wanna say are you learning? But is it like, what is it, bro?
You're learning.
Because like there's a lot of kids that don't have like what uni is. Because that's what makes you a lot of people feel like they're going there to waste their time. Because it's like, am I just going there to go learn about like what job I wanna do, or is it like, am I doing research about it, or am I
So,
compiling things together?
It's exactly like how you guys live in high school. You go to class, make notes, study for it. But now instead in uni, it's almost like they start teaching you competence, if that makes. So they don't want you to just regurgitate the knowledge. They want you to start applying it more. Hence, like uni, especially in undergrad, there's like a lot of practice. No matter what degree you're studying, whether it's law, whether it's IT, whether it's medicine, whether bruh, even if you're studying botany of all things, you know, there's a very large practical component to everything, because they want to develop a competence. They want to make sure that when they bring you out into the world, you're not just some idiot that opened up a textbook, read, regurgitated, and then now you expect to get paid for that. Like, no. Well, like, tell me what this plant does. What is its uses in pharmaceutical companies, whatever. So that's essentially what you do in uni. Research becomes a thing of... So, like, in my degree, there's like definitions for these things. You know, information is processed data, and then knowledge is applied information, and then wisdom is the use of knowledge. So so undergrad essentially gives you the information. Your postgrad becomes your applied information, so your knowledge. So they test, they see how knowledgeable you are about what it is you did in undergrad. That's where you start doing the research, the thing that people start thinking about university, like where you start seeing a bunch of guys saying they're getting doctorates and masters. That's what uni is in postgrad. So that's honors, masters, doctorates, then so you get to become associate professors. Not that I'm ever gonna touch those places, but you know.
Yeah.
But it seems like, because the thing about high school and primary school, when I compare it to varsity, is that there's structure, as in like there's a roadmap. You know what I'm saying? It's not a highway. You know that, hey, grade 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all of that. You know what I'm saying? And then with varsity, it's a thing of, but this could be something else. This could be a curveball. You could end up not doing this. Like, there's no structure that guarantees you that, okay, for the next 3 years, I'm going to go here and I want to learn, for example, let me just say editing, right? And now you think that you're going to just do that, right? But you're not, and you're going to learn.
It's not just that.
Yeah, and then it's a thing of like,
that's
but then what's the point? Like, I thought I just want to do this. You know, it's the thing. But when you go to primary school and high school, maths is just this. You know what you're expecting. So that's the thing for me. Like with varsity, it's like there's a part of the uncertainty of like, I might end up going.
That's why just to chip in there, like, you know, with what Lisoko is saying, research is very important.
Yeah.
And varsity has this thing where for the course you are going to do, right, there's modules that you need to research.
Those are like your subjects in high school.
Your subjects, basically. And that's when you know what to expect. And that's when you apply the research to be like, okay, as much as I'm not going to the editing space, there are certain modules that I need to see. What am I going to do there? You see, and if you see that there's only one thing that you may like, it's up to you whether you want to pursue it or not. But at the end of the day, it's also a thing that like you're gonna have to go through it as well. You don't just choose. You don't just choose saying that like I want to do editing and that's it.
It's
it
like
comes
I said,
with a lot.
Varsity, especially in undergrad, what they do is they want to build competence. So when they say you need maths for this degree, you'll probably only do maths in first year. Then the rest of the 3 years, it's like you don't do maths ever again. You know, that's what it is. They just try and build competence because, like I said, in uni, it's more about they give you information. Then once you graduate, it's like they want to see you're knowledgeable about it. Hence why, like, doctors have ComServe and internship after studying medicine for 6 years. You know, they want to see whether the varsities did a good job. Why accountants have ITCs and do articles, lawyers the same thing. I don't know what IT people do. I still have to do research on that. I'm studying that, but I still don't know it myself.
Yeah.
But you know that's uni in essence. You know, like you end up doing things you don't like. Like, bro, I have people that are studying BCom law and dropped accounting in grade 9, and now suddenly all they have is accounting modules. You know, and they only have like 2 or 3. You see what I'm
I
saying?
would like, because I had an interview at this other institution that it was on Wednesday, this past Wednesday. I went to go, it's like a tertiary institution, but it's a private one. I won't say the name, but
Because then your lovers are gonna go there just to see.
no, besides that, what if I don't get accepted?
Yeah.
So I don't want to say the name and
So
like
you don't
say,
want to be beefing with them, like,
I
hey,
don't
damn.
know. Hey, bro, exactly. So, and I went there, right? And then I went through like the whole place and I saw it, whatever. And then after that, I had to sit with like the tour guide, and he was explaining how uni is, basically what you guys are saying. But he was explaining the whole marks and all that, and APS and all that.
Yo.
I know what it is, but it's like,
Yeah.
that thing makes you twaff, like, dog.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so much effort. Like,
Efforts.
can I just put me in, you know?
Yeah.
And that thing just makes you like so tired. And then I was going through like the whole degrees, right? And then the one I actually wanted to do has accounting.
Thing,
I don't do accounting. And I was like,
Yeah,
and
you
he's
can't
like, but
choose,
it's
bro.
a must. And it was like for 2 years of it or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, dog, accounting.
You haven't done
bro.
accounting with you don't even do
After grade
accounting.
9
in
and
school.
stuff.
I left that thing
Accounting.
in grade 9,
So,
bro.
But you'd be
Hey, dog.
surprised, half the stuff you learn, like outside of maths and physics, like I remember one of my friends when he started doing accounting, his first ever lecture in accounting, his lecturer told him, everything you learned in high school, forget it. It's useless. So you'll find everything you learned in grade 9 was actually unnecessary. You wouldn't, if everything you would have learned till Matric, if you had kept accounting, was going to be useless. As I'm saying, uni is about building competence, bro. Like even me, I didn't do programming in high school. Like my high school subjects were physics, life science, geography. I did none of that except for geography in varsity, and even so, I did the geography I didn't like in varsity. Well, I
GIS?
I liked it, but it wasn't exactly the geography I enjoyed per se. I literally covered the geography I enjoyed in one module for 3 months. It was a quarter module in first semester of first year, and I was online, so I didn't even go to the lecture halls for it to enjoy the
It
actual
was like the
practicals.
COVID thing.
Yeah. So, but like for I digress now. But like for programming, for example, my entire first semester module of programming was everything they teach you in high school. So you see, like in varsity, they build competence, but now it's like instead of you just programming all willy-nilly like you were doing in high school, now they actually want you to start applying things. That's why it's better to just do it in varsity, aside from stressing about high school so much. You know, like, dude, I didn't do this in high school.
So you
how
would
am I
say
gonna
like
do
the
it in varsity?
method in high school is basically to choose easy subjects, get a good APU score.
Don't do that. Don't.
And then go to the thing you wanna do.
You know what that is?
Yeah.
It depends because, you know, there are people that I know, right?
Yeah.
Who have like a master's in UP when they didn't even, like, for example, they'll have a master's in business, right? And they started in college because they didn't get that acceptance in varsity.
Yeah.
And obviously college, they have the same modules similar to exactly what you want to do. So then you go into college. After college, you then do your honors. And then from your honors, you then can do your masters.
Yeah, but
So at the end of the day, it's you're saying?
I'm saying on that though, like the reason why people do the college thing, then the mainstream university thing is NQF levels. So if you do easy subjects, you don't meet the NQF levels to get into major degree programs. Hence why varsities,
yeah.
hence why
Okay,
mainstream
makes
universities focus solely on bachelor degrees, as colleges mainly
can
do
go
like they do
diploma,
bachelors, but they mainly do diplomas, higher certificates.
Higher certificates and stuff.
Because it was again, that's what I'm saying. Like the method is not to take easy subjects. I mean, like my belief in life is always to shoot for the stars. Like that's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, but if you're failing in maths, forget about varsity.
forget about varsity. Go college
What?
first.
Let's encore.
That's fact.
Huh?
Let's encore.
Both. I met people.
Nah,
that
bro,
failed
like,
blitz
you know,
before as
there's
well.
this thing that people have with like, nah, you're studying pure maths.
I think it's nonsense though.
The person who's having maths lit is better off than the person who's failing pure maths. The person who's passing maths lit is better off than the person who's failing pure maths. They have a higher chance to go into varsity. But the problem is there's certain things that
Things
they
that you
cannot
can't do anymore.
Yeah.
Physics.
And another thing,
And by the way, to the
another thing
audience,
was,
this, by the way, to the audience, that only applies to like you in grade 11. If you're in matric and you're bombing maths, it's too late.
Yes, Charlie.
Remember, it's not the end of the world.
Like
It's not the end of the world. I have to put that out there because I really want to stress this. Because I feel like in Matric, there's so much stress about wanting to pass, and then that stress ends up doing the opposite. It's not a stressor that makes you want to succeed. It's a stressor
Yeah.
that ends up making you fail.
Fail.
I want you guys to understand this, and both of you as well. It is not the end of the world, bro. Like, I want you to remember that, dude. Especially now in South Africa, as much as we may shit on our education department, they've really tried their hardest to try and make sure everyone has an equal footing and opportunity to try and be successful as they possibly can.
Yeah.
There's opportunities to rewrite, do your
Yeah.
research about them. You know, there's opportunities to
Hey,
go
that-
fix
hey,
up marks.
rewriting,
Yeah.
You know, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, don't think it's the end of the world if things don't end up going your way. Because like what Lisette just said, mainly applies to people that unfortunately they still have time. You know,
Yeah.
like, you still have time in grade 11 to just say, hey, you know what? Getting 14 maths, maybe let me drop. Of course, like I said, shoot for the stars always. You never know. I had a miraculous comeback. I was getting 40s all throughout Matric. I mean, grade 11. Then in Matric, I started getting consistently 60s.
Yeah.
So again, just maybe you need to apply a bit harder. But then again, if you still have the opportunity to do it, if you have to do it. But if you're in Matric and you feel like you might not make it towards the end of the year, take a beat. Remember, it's not the end of the world. Again, shoot for the stars, yes.
Yeah.
But take a beat and remember, it's not the end of the world. Take a breath. It's not the end of the world. Relax. Your people still love you. Your parent, the sun still rises, the sun still sets. You know,
Yeah.
there's a new
Me
day after
personally,
that. Like,
I won't lie. If I fail Matric, I'm not going to rewrite. I'm done with all that.
ah,
I'm literally, if I fail Matric, bro, I don't.
Nah.
Honestly, nah. I don't know.
and the thing is that there's
Like,
a lot.
let me tell you, man.
But the thing is that there's actually a lot less stress when you rewrite as well. You actually be surprised how much better you do the second time around.
But I hear you. But the thing is, like, me personally, I think just who I am, I just wouldn't want to rewrite. But like a few teachers have said, like this year, my math teacher always says, and my geography teacher always says, like, rewriting, like they say, just get the bachelor's, and I'll go to the bachelor's thing, but they say just pass and then and just do whatever. But if you fail and you wanna rewrite and all that, even these teachers are like, honestly, doing that, you're wasting your time, because most of people who go back to rewrite even do worse. Because now
Because they weren't serious.
and it's also a thing of now they're teaching themselves and all these things. Like, it's not proper.
Yeah.
I think,
So
you
they
know,
struggle. And the thing with bachelors and stuff, bro, it's like, it's weird when you get to Matric, because it's like, dog, I've been getting bachelors ever since.
Yeah,
I've
bachelor
been
pass.
getting bachelor passes ever since.
Yeah.
Then when it gets to Matric, it's like, yo, it's so like,
It's hard.
it's
man.
hard
Yeah.
all of a sudden.
Like I
Yeah,
said, bro,
Afrikaans.
it's like
Hello,
I said, bro,
yeah.
like
Yeah.
life after schools is hard, bro. It's crazy. Like I said, life after Matric, I'd actually say from Matric till after it. That's where they start teaching you the world, bro. It's crazy. The reason why they start mocking strict in Matric is, like I said, they want to weed out the weak. It's the way of the world, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Always shoot for the stars, because you'll find that when you shoot for there and you fail, somebody that shot
Yeah,
here,
it's like
at
aim
least
for
when
80
you failed
to be
here,
at 60.
he failed
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So
And my
that
fault.
teacher, I'm sorry, I might curse,
sure,
I might
Marge.
curse now, but
Not don't curse.
absolute
Disagree.
disagreement there. You was about to say something.
Or maybe that was the situation in my school.
Cool. Yeah.
Like,
No, but
offense, I
even
don't know,
so,
maybe
that's what
in
I'm
my school
saying.
people
That's
call
why
it
I
that
want the
fair, like-
audience and you guys to understand. Like, do your proper research. Those are people that just weren't serious about rewriting and taking the opportunity to get a private tutor. Sometimes it's even cheaper than going to a full-on institution, and
Yeah.
you just register for the exam. You know, or you go to an institution that actually, like, for example, my high school. Love my high school. I appreciate them. I didn't have to rewrite, but I know they run like a special program where they allow past
People to
pupils of
rewrite,
our
yeah.
school
Yeah.
to come back, and then the maths teachers themselves, for overtime, of course. I mean, you can't work your teachers like they're slaves. But,
Yeah.
for overtime, of course, they get the opportunity to relearn some things that they didn't understand in the exams, for example. And again, utilize every single resource there is available, kids. Please.
Nah.
Utilize every single resource. Like, this is the academic stuff. This is the serious stuff, the stuff that gets people stressed out. man.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying. When you hit a brick wall, don't stress about the brick wall. At the end of the day, it's a brick wall, dog. You'll either hop over it, you'll go around it, or you'll find a way to break it down. That's what I'm saying. If all else fails, it's not the end of the world.
That's my child. Like with Matric, bro, I said at the beginning of the year, bro, I'm locking in Netflix, all of the luxuries, sing me November, bro. It's a thing of, I'm doing Afrikaans for the last time. Let me just push, bro. Like, let me just give it my all, because I know I'm going to be done. And with me, it's a thing of, my maths mark, like, was terrible. Grade 7, grade 8. As soon as I got a maths tutor, bro, every subject I have has increased just because of a math tutor, bro. So there's no shame of saying I'm bad at something and seeking help in it, bro. Like, who cares? You need a math tutor or extra lessons for this subject,
that's
bro.
important. That's
Like,
important.
you're on your own and you need to get those resources, bro. So me, I'm chilling right now, and I thank God for that, bro.
That's important to say that you're not good at something. I feel like it's also a very important lesson to learn for when you get into uni, because like we bring it back to uni experience. Unfortunately, a very large part of it is the academic part of it, and I'm gonna be blunt with you guys. If you end up going, and it sounds like you're going, and to the audience out there, you're gonna fail at least one test. Actually, you might fail 5. You know, you might fail a module, bro. You might be a guy that never failed anything in your life, and you're going to bomb. Believe me, and it's gonna be a bomb where you thought like your bomb back in high school was 50. Your bomb now is 25% for a test. Like it's real. It gets real out there. It's safe to admit when you're getting cupped, guys, because
Facts.
when you prepare yourself mentally to ascertain that, look, I have my strengths, I have my weaknesses. Let me work on my weaknesses, maybe dampen my strengths a bit. I mean, sharpen your iron, but at the same time, you know, make sure the handle to your sword is also gripped properly.
How do you make the best of high school, and particularly your last year in it? You touched on it that you want to lock in, but like your guys' advice as varsity students, your guys' advice to yourselves, your fellow matrics, high schoolers in general. What do you do to make the most of this time where you don't have to have all these serious chats? As much as sure there's fun and freedom or whatever.
Yeah.
What do you do, or what do you want to do to make the best out of your remaining days as a high schooler?
Now for me, it's
Like for you, it's different because you in
online. But like that question, for me, I thought about it at the beginning of 2024. Like, it's my last year. Basically, I got dropped because grade 8 was COVID. And like I didn't necessarily experience that long high school that I was waiting for, like looking forward to starting grade 7. In grade 7, I was like, yo, bro, I'm looking forward to high school. All of these experiences, boom. Grade 8, COVID. Grade 9, went to brick and mortar. 10, 11, 12, online. And that's the thing of like, I don't want to repeat that mistake in varsity. But for me personally, enjoying this last year, I try and minimize it. Like, even my support coach, because my school provides support coaches. He tells me, yo, Malemo, you're doing well, but I need you to like spend at least 3 hours with your friends. Like, do it just for self-care. And I'm like, ma'am, I wanna do well. Like, for the point where I don't care if I don't talk to all of my friends. Like, my friends in my complex, like I don't go to meet them. I bump into them like, oh, you guys good? And then I go back home. And it's the thing of my fun is, I'm looking forward to having my fun when I see my national singing certificate with the distinctions that I want. That's my fun for me. And I know a lot of people can't have that same fun. That's cool. But for me, that's just my goal. Because I know what my parents have done to get me here. And me seeing that smile on their face will make me like make up for the time that I missed playing PlayStation and all of that. You know what I'm saying? That's just me personally.
I hear you, but for me personally, bro, I do what your support coach is saying, bro.
Yeah.
Me like I usually don't. Okay, I won't lie. I don't like staying, like before this year.
Yeah.
Staying at school after school, I hated it. I just want to go home, study, do my homework. This year I find myself staying after school until like 5. With my boys, just sitting watching the gents play rugby games or whatever. Because like I won't lie, I know I'm gonna miss high school. I want to leave now, but I know I'm gonna miss it, but I just know.
Yeah, I was exactly the same.
And it's like these days I just find myself staying long at school because like I'm just gonna miss the whole thing because I know I'll never get it back.
Yeah.
You know, and like this year, I don't wanna mention my school or whatever, but like we're doing. Because I'm in Matric as well.
Yeah.
Because we're in Matric as well. We're doing like, my group of like Matric. The group of Matrics this year in my school, sorry.
Yeah.
We're doing like a lot more
compared to the previous
make it
years.
memorable.
Yeah.
Now we're doing like a lot more to make it memorable for even ourselves. Like, those teachers don't really do much and like the leaders of the school don't really do much, but we're trying to do like a lot more to make it memorable for us so that we know that like, now this year was a year we'll never forget, you know.
Yeah.
Like you did high school.
That. Yeah, exactly. So like my school is just like how my year is doing for himself, I'm doing it for myself too, bro. I'm spending the 3 hours with my friends after school.
Yeah.
And when I get home, I'll study. If it means I'm gonna stay until 5 and then that's making me maybe stay up until 12 just because I stayed until 5. Dog, I'm
And-
doing it because, like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not trying to make my life seem easy, bro. I spend only 2 hours on my phone a week. I only have 30 interval minute breaks, 30-minute breaks.
As a 21st century child, 2
Alright,
hours.
boy, me personally,
Bro, I can
nah,
like,
nah,
and it's, I'm not
limit.
saying it's hard, bro. It's hard, bro. It's
But
hard. I
like,
wake up.
one thing I just want to say is that with Willi's perspective, I kind of like practice, like he's practicing the idea of balancing.
Yeah.
Because that is something you're gonna need.
Yeah,
You
that's true.
understand? So when you go into varsity, you may say you're gonna be locked in, but like you need to balance.
No,
And
that's
it's
true.
not because of you choosing to balance. Life tells you
To balance.
to balance. So
Yeah.
that's why it's very important that like he's gonna chill with his friends because you need to understand the importance of yourself. As much as it's self-development, you do need social life. You do need to go
Because,
out
like,
there.
to some degree, that's
Yeah.
development on its own. You know?
That's
Yeah.
development on its own.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
school is good, learn how to prioritize, but balancing is very important.
Yeah, nah, I agree.
Yeah.
Like, I definitely think after this year, I might definitely take that balancing seriously.
Yeah.
Like 100%. I might take your
Are you
advice.
sure?
Hey,
Like-
Umulemo, you can never trust. Dog, like, you have school
Yeah,
on a
I
Saturday. I'm
know.
like, bro.
Yeah, he
Dog.
really seems like someone that like
you know.
loves school.
Nah, bro. It's just this year.
no,
I'm telling
not love
you.
school, but like
Yeah,
seems like
yeah,
he's someone that
man.
studies hard and
Yeah,
crazy.
just
Like, I
one thing
tried.
that
This
you
year
need to
only.
do is like, because there's always this thing that I have is as much as you are studying,
Yeah.
know what you like doing as well.
Oh, 100%.
So that you don't get to a point where like, yo, you just studied and there's nothing for you.
Oh,
Yeah.
and
You
there's
get what
one-
I'm saying?
there's
And
actually-
it's
finish.
Yeah, so it's very important for you to balance your life, If there's an event that you want to go to that event. See any ideas that you can do, develop yourself.
Yeah.
Because you cannot just rely on the books to get you there. You understand? So balancing is very important. You wanted to say
I
something?
actually left out something about like uni. There is one last thing I left about uni.
Yeah.
This to you guys, the audience. If you end up going, if you don't end up going, if you do end up going,
Yeah.
there is gonna come a time in uni, all right? And this is something that's really downplayed because I feel like when you're in uni, your parents tend to tell you just suck it up, stay strong. Your friends the same thing because they also tend to be going through. There's gonna come a time in uni where you go through a very dark mindset, okay, where like the pressures of the place you're in, the pressures of the people you're around is gonna get to you. All right.
What pressures?
Like in general, like you like I said, there's a different lesero from high school, there's different lesero from to varsity, There's
Yeah.
there's gonna be things in varsity where you feel like this is not me. Like, what do you mean I'm suddenly failing things I would have passed in high school? I want you to understand that there's no obstacle too high that you can't jump over it or go around it or break it down. I want you to understand that if all else fails, the sun rises, the sun sets, there'll be a new day. Whatever happened in between means nothing. As long as you keep going, as long as you keep moving forward.
Yeah.
As long as you keep moving forward. And yeah, that's about it.
Can I add to that? Because I think it's a good idea for you guys to emphasize this idea of not just having school. I know it's important, yes, that's the goal, but like being able to develop yourself where you have a personality outside of it means that when you go through stuff like this, okay, cool, I need a breather, I just need to distance myself for a bit, I'm not productive right now, I'm gonna go swim, I'm gonna go kick the ball, I'm gonna go play some rugby, I'm gonna go rock climbing, whatever.
Yeah.
It's stuff like what you guys are doing after school that develops you to thinking, okay, when the books are tough and I need a break, a healthy one,
Yeah.
then there's something else.
Yeah. Nah,
Because it's very easy to lose yourself from the source, bro.
that's true.
Very
Like,
easy to lose yourself from
I'm
the source.
my parents know, bro. There's days in online high school that, bro, I'm defeated, bro. Like, I'm genuinely in the darkest place in that time being. And it's a thing of, I don't talk to them. Well, I do talk to them there and they vent out. But it's a thing of, because of the environment that I'm in, I'm more or less not used to it now. But grade 10 it was difficult. Grade 10, 11, 12, even now it is difficult. And if I was in Welly's shoes, I would definitely be taking those 3 hours to talk with my mates to wind down 100%. This is a thing of the environment that I'm in. And I'm not making it an excuse. Yeah, I can go outside, talk to my friends. I can do all of that. It's just a thing of, for me, it's just this year. Like even MD. My school's offering an MD. I'm not going. You
Yo,
know?
why?
Don't do that. Go to it.
Why?
I'm
bro?
not. Nah, like the thing is.
Go to it. Nah,
Like,
why?
I'm not going
Why?
to negotiate on
No,
this.
no,
one.
no,
Okay, let's.
no, no,
I'm not
Bro,
going.
can I tell you something?
I'm
bro?
not going.
Wait, why?
me.
Wait, why first? Wait, why
I'll
first?
buy you a
Why
suit,
first?
chief.
Wait, why first? Why
I can.
first?
Huh?
Why?
I just personally think that it's everything. Everyone has said this before that doesn't want to go. I just think it's a distraction.
Listen, Omelemo.
Because like I know. Look, no, wait.
Listen. Let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
Like, bro,
Let
like
us know what you think in the
I
comment
won't lie,
section,
man. My matric year was rough, though. It was COVID. I had no matric dance because of COVID, bro. And to a certain extent, it's like, ish, dog. Like my whole high school career, it was also about that, bro. And I missed it. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not saying fair to go, but just understand that like life will throw things at you, and you gotta think it's a distraction. You just need to make a way around it.
Yeah.
Make it work for you.
Because I think I do understand. You done?
No.
Because like I think, bro, matric is not just about like the bachelor pass, bro.
Yeah.
It's literally about everything else that
It's the combination.
It's literally about the combination. You feel me?
Like the thing that I hear that
because I think one of my teachers once said like you need to understand first, matric was like not made for you to like enjoy it academically.
Yeah.
We all know that we're feeling it right now.
But
Yeah.
the experience around it was made for you to love high school. Like,
Exactly,
find
and to
things wrong, good.
remember. So, dog, there's no way, dog.
I'll
I'm
buy
telling you,
you
you're
a
going
suit,
to
chief.
MD. I'm telling you.
Nah,
you're
like
buy
going.
you a
dude,
suit, chief.
the suit,
Nah,
the suit, the car, the venue, it's sorted. It's just a thing of like, bro.
Bro, listen,
So
dog,
if
there are
it's sorted,
people.
why you not going?
Yeah, listen,
Man,
Omelemo, think
yeah.
of this. There are people out there who wanna go, but they can't get that. And you have it, bro.
Yeah.
You have it. You have a suit, you have a car, you have a venue. People out there can't get a suit.
Yeah.
And they wanna go to
Like-
MD, they can't.
Can I
You
tell
have
you?
that, bro.
And I tell you,
Yeah.
I didn't go to my matric dance. Not to say that I regret it or anything, but I wish I had gone just for the experience of saying, no, I went. And
Yeah.
also just being there with my friends
Yeah.
and just enjoying that time.
Yeah.
I think it's just that one experience I didn't have. Not to say,
Yeah.
but I just wish I would have experienced that. That being the last kind of thing I had in my high school.
Cause dude, you guys are going to MD with people you know, right? Another factor than going to MD with strangers.
That's
That's the beauty
that's
of
like
it.
better.
That's
Bro.
even better. Like
Dog.
no, for your
better.
perspective,
Unbelievable.
honestly speaking, that is the best possible because that's literally going to be uni as well. You're gonna be walking into a class and you know no one.
Yeah, but like let me.
So this is literally you giving you an opportunity to just go up to a person randomly. The most random thing you can say, just say I love you, then walk away. I'm being real,
You have
dog.
to be MDJ there.
Me, my MD did. Nah, X no.
Tell
Like,
us
bro,
to show
I'm
you.
being
Tell us to
serious,
show
dude.
her
Like
face
I'm
on
being
that
so
Zoom
serious because
meeting.
that is literally how you start forming. Even in varsity, that's how life works, bro. Like if I can tell you the most random things I say to people, and the reason why I said that random shit, excuse my language now. Now they're like my best friends on planet Earth. I literally walked up to them and said like, "Hey, yo, dog, I really don't like your fit, but I love that bag. Give it to me." Acting like I was trying to mug them.
Yeah.
It was the most unnecessary, most annoying and strangest thing, but not just because of that.
Yeah.
A random stranger, I broke down a barrier, excuse me, and now it opened up platforms of
Friendships.
communication, and it makes
Yeah.
things so much easier. And you'll find that the random stranger you meet at your MD now, because you know no one,
Yeah.
is suddenly the guy you see in your lecture hall, your stats 101 class. Hey, like, hey, Jordan, is that you?
Yeah.
You know,
And another
I'm
thing
being
is,
serious, dude. Go to
another
it,
thing
bro.
about it is like how many people are like you
in that
who
matric
don't
class
know.
group.
Yeah. No, like I appreciate the love in the comments. People are saying,
Just
"No, let me
go, bro,
go,
just
man, let
go,
me
bro."
go."
Ah, bro,
Also,
I'm
you
not
guys,
going.
you better go to your MD. You hear me?
Dog.
Yes, yes.
Stop this.
Nah,
Like,
but Jens, let me be like,
I would
yes.
hold you, ne?
Okay, let me be.
I would hold you.
I was-
Me personally, ne? I'm gonna just say it. I don't care. Me personally, at the beginning of this year, I don't want to go to MD, ne? But I didn't want to go for like a stupid reason. Like I didn't know who I wanted to go with. I'm not gonna go. I wanna be cool.
I went
Ne?
alone, dog.
And then
You
at
can
some point,
go alone,
and at some point, I was like, I'm gonna just go with my boys. Whatever, bro. Whatever. At the end of the day, I'm gonna go, dog. I don't care how much of a distraction it is on whatever I'm buying, bro. Because I am
And they'll put
Can I,
it
so.
can I give Omalima some insight just quickly? Because
Yeah.
I agree with the distraction point because I was a books kid pretty
Mm.
much. I mean, I was social and matric, so I actually went to 2, which was wild. But I originally didn't want him to go to MD, but the reason why I understood how stupid that is, unless you physically can't, like there's things stopping you, like,
Yeah.
for people who can't afford whatever. it is a sanctioned time for you by the school
mess around.
academically to have one night with your friends.
Yeah.
One night with random people. You
And
don't get those like in Matric.
And the craziest part is sometimes your school will put it on a Friday. They literally gave you the weekend.
The weekend
chief.
off.
They
Yeah.
gave you the weekend.
It's crazy because it even reaches the point where the schools even know about the after parties.
Yeah.
They
And
will
they're like,
have,
and they know,
some
bro.
schools
I'm being
will
for
have
real,
viewing
dog. When I tell
sessions
you
for
my
the rest
bro-
of the school to see you arrive.
When I tell you my brother's Matric Dance, the after
they
party,
do.
the teachers were there just to make sure they all got home safe, dog.
Yeah.
It's literally the one-time sanction.
Oh my dog, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
It's the
go,
one-time
bro.
sanction
So
for you
that's
to
why
actually
I'm
have fun in
saying,
the
like,
year.
bro.
I understand the distraction in the sense of all the politics and shady stuff around everything around it, but like, if it's because of academic distraction, your school is literally telling you, "Boy, see this night, Vaya,
Close the books.
Vaya."
Yeah, I hear that. Like the advice is
And
genuine,
also
and,
the
I
fact that
appreciate
you know
that.
no one is actually the perfect excuse for you to also start practicing how you're going to be living in uni.
But there's one story that like also sticks to my head. How you take the night out to get this dream car that you want with this perfect girl in your head, and it's a thing of you do it, which is cool, right? But like, what's limiting you? I know life is difficult, but what's limiting you to doing that after though? Getting that dream car instead of like that dream car, like why don't you
Exactly,
just
so why
own it
do
instead of renting it, instead of just owning it? If you think
Bro,
about it.
but no.
That's what I'm
dog,
saying,
no,
exactly, then
Omolemo,
why-
No.
Omolemo,
It's
I don't
like
like your mindset right now. Omolemo, I don't like your mindset right now,
You
boy.
guys wanna rent like a?
I don't like your mindset right now,
bro.
dog.
Yeah.
So what? I'm an MD, bro. and
No,
I'm,
you see,
and I'm
you're thinking too. You're
Cullinan.
thinking too
Nah, like,
philosophically
For the
about
fun,
it,
for the
bro.
fun aspect.
You're
Nah.
thinking too philosophically about it.
Yeah.
You know, one of the greatest things, may his soul rest in peace, Mr. Finter told us, is that night is not supposed to be about the showing off. I mean, yeah, we all want the razzle and dazzle.
Yeah.
It should literally be what Willie said, dude. I want to go out with the boys. We're gonna talk. We're gonna mess around. Hell, dog, we must make sure these teachers never forget this night because we were so problematic that they hate us. It's not about the whole like what you're saying, like you're thinking too philosophically about it. You're thinking like for you, you're dampening your idea of what it is you see in the future because you're renting it now.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's just the fact that it's one night that you can make so memorable
Nah, bro.
that you'll never forget it. Nah, you're going, dog. I'm telling you.
Dog, you vibe,
Also, you
bro.
guys, you're
I
going.
promise you, bro.
You're
Omolemo,
going.
boy, you going,
You're
bro.
going.
Let's see if I'm gonna go. I don't think I'm gonna go, but like, let's
Let
see.
us
Let's
know what
see.
you think
But
about
for-
MDs in the comments section.
Yeah. But overall, I guess I'll see you when that time comes, though. It's been a wonderful episode. I enjoyed having this episode every second of the episode. Guys, if you guys enjoyed them as well, make sure you comment down that below. Am I gonna go? I'm not gonna go.
You guys stay safe out there.
Please.
Remember, pray hard,
boy.
study hard, play hard, enjoy life, love
Yeah.
the people next to you. Have a good night.
Shout out.
Don't
Like, comment, all of that good stuff.
Boy,
The merch.
that bank is gonna be. When is the dates? That bank is gonna be outside your car.
Let me
You won't say
check.
no.
Let me check.
Doesn't
Like,
even
let's
need to be a
check.
Bentley, dog.
Because the thing, so since I do,
in September.
since I do online, like every province has their own MD.
Oh, even better, I'll fly you out to Cape Town for the Cape Town one. I'll fly you out to Oh, you're going to every single one.
So though you can go to 9 MDs this year, boy.
Oh,
Nah, yeah. If they sequence on a time, you could actually like do it. Bro, look at the kids in the MD.
Hey, Omolemo,
Omolemo, are you just worried?
flexing.
Are you
Hey, Joe,
just
you wanted to,
worried?
you wanted
He's
to
telling-
beef with us, dog. Now buy your suit, chief. I go to Oriental Plaza now. Dude,
Nah, there's no dates here. But anyway, let me see.
There's no date.
he's lying. There is a date. He's just hiding from us.
I'm not lying. There's no date.
Let's see.
Check. There's no date. Yeah, I'm lying.
How
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Subscribe
anyway.
so Omo goes to his Matric Dance. Thank you.
Yeah, let's see. If you
please.
actually now if you get what are we now 1.8?
Yeah.
If you get to like 2.3, and like
Nah. If we get to 2 point, no. Let's make it more interesting. If we get to 2.5 subs before August, yeah.
let's make it even harder for them. August is a lot of time.
No. If we get 3,000 subscribers
Before August.
before August,
We'll vlog
we'll
my
out,
MD.
yeah, and we'll bring out MD dates on the show.
That's for me that's
That's
impossible.
outrageous.
For me that'll
Just for
be
vibes. Just for vibes.
for me that'll be
Outrageous.
difficult. But yeah, we'll try.
And then Omolemo, because Omolemo doesn't know his people, he will like the one that he meets today, he'll bring.
Can you invite a date there?
I don't know. I'll ask
doesn't
that's a
know
good
me.
question. But bro, don't worry, I got the flow, I got the result. Just find someone.
So give us the 3,000 subscribers.
Sir, that's the con.
Yes, sir. But I appreciate you.